are now listening. You are now listening to the Backseat Wrestler Podcast.
Look at Randy Orton slithering.
Watch out!
Hosted by Eric and Elvis.
It's LA Knight's game. Yeah.
Hello and welcome to the number one wrestling podcast in the world. We are back, better than ever, of course, ready to bring you wrestling news, the Backseat Wrestler Podcast. Of course, your host, Eric and Elvis.
Finally back.
We very much so apologize for last week. I know last week was freaking War Games. We couldn't even get an episode out. It was a mixture of both of us being sick and also just having a crap ton of technical issues. I was outside of the country. We tried recording. It sounded horrible.
A whole bunch of things kept happening.
There was just so many freaking issues, and we apologize. I'm very sorry about that. We're gonna be more prepared in the future for that.
Yes.
Jesus Christ, we thought we were prepared. I thought we really did. There were so many precautions we took, and it just nothing worked out. So yeah, sorry about that. It was issues on both ends. Like yeah, laptop issues. I had like freaking audio recording issues. It was just freaking ridiculous. But yeah, we are back, better than ever, of course, ready to bring you wrestling news. This week of wrestling it
was great. A lot of stuff happened. Yeah. Monday Night Raw, Smackdown was great. Dynamite was great. A lot of news to talk about. Like there's been a lot of stuff with there's injuries that sucks from War Games that we didn't really get to talk about last week. If you want to mention that real quick.
Yeah, we could definitely mention that. Before that though, I don't know how the hell you're not wearing a sweater. I'm freezing.
Outside is freezing. I don't need a sweater.
I'm so cold. That's why
it is freezing out here though.
It's freaking cold. But yeah, and the heat is
just came
too
from
expensive.
Canada. Maybe you still go from Canada.
That's true. Yeah, it's freaking freezing over there too. But yeah, you can talk about the injuries for War Games. There was a couple of injuries, so freaking
Obviously,
crazy.
The most notable was Bronson Reed. He jumped off the damn cell.
Yeah, no,
shattered
for sure.
his ankle.
That honestly, that War Games match was cursed.
Yes, it was.
It was a great match.
And I like what Bronson Reed tweeted. He said injuries are temporary, but moments are forever.
Yeah, moments are forever, and that's definitely a moment.
He posted the photo like flying off the cage. I'm like, yo, this he's definitely like a main event superstar.
Yeah, he's a beast.
Once he comes back, hopefully they keep that push. Obviously, it's gonna be a while now, but
yeah, it shouldn't be that long, but we'll see.
Yeah, but
hopefully, he's not like an Adam Cole type ankle injury.
I forgot one of them.
But yeah, he got injured. Freaking Jimmy Uso got injured apparently, broken toe.
And then Tama Tonga was a torn bicep.
No, it wasn't Tama. It was
Tonga Loa.
I thought it was Jacob Fatu.
No,
it wasn't Jacob Fatu.
Tonga Loa. It was a torn. I don't know if it was bicep or something. I know it was something.
It was bicep, torn bicep. Yeah, that's crazy.
So he's out indefinitely.
Yeah, it was a lot. Of course, they did play a factor into, of course, the storyline for Bloodline because those are all key components of the Bloodline.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Uso of the OG Bloodline.
Yeah, exactly.
And then obviously Tonga Loa,
and then
are they still the champions tag team?
Yeah, so, and then Bronson Reed. It's a pretty big deal.
No, they're not tag team. I forgot. There's new tag team champions now, but no, that Bronson Reed thing is definitely a big deal because he was getting a big push right now.
Yeah, no, it was. It's crazy. And
then Tonga Loa, obviously, we still got the Bloodline versus OG Bloodline. So Jimmy Uso's out. They got one out of each because Bronson Reed, even though he got involved in that match, I don't think he was actually part of the Bloodline.
Well, maybe because they didn't.
That's why I remember CM Punk got involved. It was
but Solo said like I lost two members.
I guess.
So technically, maybe he is, or he was supposed to be, and then now he's not.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, that was insane. There's a lot of freaking top stories involving like ex and possibly ex AEW superstars, like Penta's freaking contract ran out.
His contract's finally up.
Yeah.
So remember, there's been rumors for months about going to WWE.
Exactly.
So now he actually can show up anytime.
Yeah, Ray Phoenix tweeted out saying that he'll have time to tell his story. So obviously, it looks like there's a lot of frustration building there between him and AEW.
Also, a lot of people are speculating because Carmelo Hayes he like showed up on SmackDown and he was talking to Nick Aldis. He said, "I need something," and he said, "Don't worry, we got somebody new for you."
Yeah, and then Penta like said something about it, right?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. It was like you never know, he could show up like next week
That'd be nice.
or Saturday. I don't know.
If he shows up on Saturday Night Live, that'd be crazy.
Saturday night's main event is actually this Saturday.
So. Yeah, that'd be cool.
But no, another crazy thing is the Ricky Starks situation is kind of going crazy right now.
Yeah, I want to talk about that because, like, do you think it's storyline? Do you think?
8 months story. I don't think it's storyline.
Do you think they're trying to do something like the MJF situation, or do you think it's just like actual frustration?
I think it's actual frustration. Unless he's like the best actor ever. Like if you see him on the Chris Van Vliet podcast,
he was pissed.
He told this story. He told this. Well, first he showed up on GCW.
Yeah.
He did promos there. He got booked for matches, and then AEW pulled him all the matches.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't want to work with GCW no more. They had some other situation.
Yeah.
So it wasn't because of that. At first, people thought it was because of that, but
yeah, because they were trying to be petty towards Ricky Starks.
It was some other situation, but they pulled him off all the GCW appearances. So then he goes on Chris Van Vliet. He's been tweeting too a lot of stuff, but he showed up on Chris Van Vliet. That whole podcast episode was good. He was just telling his story about like he had that stinger in March in that match against Top Flight with Big Bill. They had to change the result. Quick memory. He thought it was like a neck injury. Luckily, he ended up being okay. They sent him home. Yeah. And then for 8 months, nothing.
He hasn't done anything.
He said he's been home. Training, ready, no call. Then they have nothing for him apparently.
The Pebble needs something.
I don't know. If this is storyline, this is like 8 months of doing nothing.
Oh no, if it's storyline, it's a terrible storyline.
Yeah, and I mean they're just paying him to stay home, I guess. But,
yeah, he needs something. He needs something. He's so talented.
It did not look storyline.
He's so talented.
He even talked about getting heat. Remember that promo with Edge and Bryan Danielson?
Yeah.
Where he kind of went off script real quick, and then Edge went off script.
Yeah.
Calling him like the Rock wannabe and stuff like that.
Yeah, and people were calling him the Pebble.
Yeah, then he was like, he called me a vanilla midget, and he was like, he even said I'm not gonna say it on the thing, but he said he could have said something back.
Yeah. But
if you watch the podcast, you know what he said. I don't want to say it on the thing.
Yeah.
But he didn't want to say it, obviously, on TV. But that whole situation is kind of wild.
Yeah.
He feels like, I don't know, I guess because of that happened, and then after that, that's when everything started going downhill, I guess, for him. They less appearances and then the injury.
It was in I think it was like a mixture of the whole thing with Edge. The Big Bill tag team, honestly, like they won the tag titles and stuff, but I thought that was a waste of time for him.
I guess on the podcast, he wasn't saying like it was that Edge caused him to do this, but I don't know. He said he wasn't.
He alluded to like
he kind of alluded to it a little bit, but he wasn't saying. He even said, "I don't want to say that about."
Yeah.
He said, "I don't know."
He
actually said it just like that. Chris Van Vliet asked him too.
Yeah.
He said, "I don't want to say it.
You definitely need to watch that.
I don't believe so, but I don't know."
Yeah, you need to watch that podcast. If
it was just a whole sit down about
basically.
what's going. He's been doing. He's been training.
Yeah,
8 months at home. Yeah. For a guy that's talented as Ricky Starks, he's talented. He's hella talented, and he's in his prime.
He's in his prime. He's young. How old is he? 25?
Yeah. Well, I think he's a little older. I thought he was almost 30. But either way, he's young, especially for wrestling. Even when you're in your 30s, you're young.
Ricky Starks' age. Oh no, he's 34.
Oh, so that's still prime. That's prime for wrestling. Look at Usos and Roman; they're already almost 40.
Yeah.
They're everybody. That's prime for wrestling. Wrestlers can last late 40s.
Exactly.
But that's crazy because he's talented. A lot of people think, maybe he has one. Apparently, he has like a year left on his AEW contract. A lot of people think they might keep him off the whole year.
That'd be freaking.
He
insane.
Leaves and then maybe goes to WWE.
That'd be insane.
Which will be wild. That'll be a big
him and NXT would be freaking fire.
Yeah.
That'd be great. I don't know. Like I want him to succeed everywhere.
I mean, he's good enough to be on the main roster, but I get what you mean.
Yeah.
There's no space. He'll definitely.
AEW is weird too. It's like they throw on like a couple weeks of like banger freaking storylines, and then like they throw on a couple weeks of trash.
Nothing. Yeah, it's just on and off lately.
Yeah, it's been on and off. Like it's been good, and then there's other things. I'm just like, I don't know how this is continuing.
Yeah,
but we'll talk about that on Dynamite.
And we say that's AEW fans who watch every week.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know. This whole last year has been weird.
Yeah, it's like ups and downs. It's really
obviously
weird.
Injury. A lot of it was due to injuries. Like remember Kenny Omega, Adam Cole was out most
of them are back though.
Edge is still out.
There's not really a lot of excuses.
And then the Ricky Starks thing. That's a big guy. I think he's easily could be main eventer.
Yeah,
and they just have him off. I don't know. That's crazy.
There's a lot of stuff.
He said there's been no communication, which is crazy.
Yeah. I think honestly,
bro looks in shape. He said he's been training.
They might just let him ride it out until his contract is up.
He has like a whole year. That's a whole year of not wrestling.
Yeah,
they'll be 35. It sucks.
Yeah, it's crazy.
They better get that shit.
But yeah, of course. Other than that, I don't really have any other top stories.
Yeah,
we could definitely get into Raw because Raw this week was actually really freaking good.
Raw was fire.
Yeah, getting you prepared for, of course, tonight's Raw, of course.
Yeah.
So yeah, Raw last week was fire. Raw, it did start off with CM Punk basically coming out saying that he wants a WrestleMania main event. That is what his goal is. He says that with the help of Paul Heyman.
Yeah, he didn't really say like that, but like
kind of.
He basically in the studio, he still has that one ticket where Paul Heyman owes him a favor.
Yeah.
So I feel like he's gonna get that WrestleMania.
That Paul Heyman guy, I think, is probably gonna happen again.
Yes.
That's gonna be cool. But yeah, he was interrupted by Seth freaking Rollins, who did come out, basically telling Punk like, I should have knocked you out the first day I saw you.
Yes.
It looked like Seth is possibly turning heel, and they kind of teased it a couple times.
He said he made a mistake by not knocking him out when he first saw him, and then he don't care anymore. He want to fight right now.
Yeah.
And CM Punk didn't even want to fight.
No, it was the funniest thing. Punk was like, "You've been thinking about me for the past 6 months. I haven't thought about you at all."
He said he wanted Seth when Seth had the World Heavyweight title. Now Seth doesn't have it, so he doesn't want.
Yeah, he
said beef.
He wants no beef. He doesn't care about him. All the personal stuff is thrown to the side, and Seth was still pissed off. Seth pushed him,
and they just threw hands real quick. They squared up and threw hands.
Yeah, they started brawling
until Jey Uso and Sammy broke it up.
Yeah, that was cool though. The way transition was nice. Obviously they had that brawl. That match is being saved for Mania 100%.
Yeah.
But yeah, they brawled. Sammy and Jay broke it up, and then Seth started coming at Jay and Sammy.
Jay was taking away CM Punk away, like down the ramp.
Yeah.
And then CM Punk is still pissed off. He goes like, "Yeah, go Jay, go over there, run to Roman."
Yeah. He was basically saying that.
Obviously, Sami Zayn defended him, was like his brother. He was like, "No, you can't say that about. Don't ever talk about Jey Uso like that." So then he said, "I got a little carried away. I apologize. He's family." Then he said, "What's your excuse to say?"
Yeah.
And then they had a great back and forth.
They had a great back and forth.
It was like a whole half an hour, but it was
commercial free too.
Commercial
I love when they do that.
It was crazy.
But yeah, basically Seth was basically telling, like, obviously like you said, Sammy, like, "Oh, what's your excuse?" Sammy saying like, "Oh, like you have to look yourself in the mirror because you're..."
Yeah, he's like working with that monster and everything.
Yeah, and Sammy was basically telling like, "You're the reason why Roman is like this." When you turned it back on him again.
Yeah, when you hit him with that chair, you're the one that made him into this.
Fire.
Then he was like, I agree with that, like, basically, but he also said, "You did the same thing."
Yeah, it's true.
You did the same thing that I did last year.
It is true.
That whole thing was great. And then Sami Zayn was just like, "Yo, you're this pissed off. You want to just fight me?" Then like, whatever. So
yeah. Well, another thing that Seth mentioned was he was like, "Okay, like maybe you're right, but at least I apologize for my actions." Roman never apologized, which is true.
It's true.
The fact that people are cheering him, we're cheering him, but this dude still acts the same. He's still a freaking egotistic asshole who just wants to like people think he's being good. No, he literally said himself, he was like, "I'm not changed. I just want my tribal chief status back."
Yep.
So like maybe he's like starting to be good to his family, but he still was an asshole to everyone. So it's kind of like he never apologized.
I can understand what Rollins is saying, but at the same time, I can understand what Sami Zayn saying.
Yeah,
it's like, bro, you're the one that made him into this.
Yeah, well, that's why I like the heels as of recent, because they all have genuine reasons to be mad.
Yes,
like Drew, Seth is mad because of course Roman. Drew's mad because of Punk and freaking like everything that's been going on there.
A lot of the heels actually have great reasons.
Yeah, they have great reasons. Freaking Kevin Owens is mad for a very good reason.
Yeah, I don't agree with the stuff he did, but the reason why he's mad is understandable.
It makes perfect sense. Yeah, but yeah, of course, this led to a match between Sami Zayn and
that was
it was the main event.
Yeah.
So Sami Zayn versus Seth freaking Rollins was the main event. It was a great main event. Just started off with backstage Jay getting attacked. Sammy thinking it was Seth Rollins. Yeah. So right before the match, Jay was attacked. They didn't know who the heck did it, and Sammy believed it was Seth. So when they had the match, Sammy basically dominated the match, like destroying Seth for like a good portion of it. Was about to hit Seth with a chair, but Seth basically told Sammy like, "Hey, it wasn't me.
Know me better. It wasn't me."
Yeah, and like he kind of convinced him, so Sammy dropped the chair.
And then he rolled over, pinned him.
Yeah, and then Seth did a heel move and basically just like rolled over, pinned him.
But it was just a win because he also got up. He said, "I wouldn't." Like, as soon as he did, he literally got up.
Yeah,
and he's like, "I would never do that. I would never attack nobody like that and stuff."
Exactly. But
you can believe me.
But we both know that he would do that.
Yeah,
well, it wasn't him.
It wasn't him,
but he definitely does it.
You remember? What was
the architect?
The architect.
Yeah, the architect was fire. But yeah, of course, at the end, Sammy's confused. He's not sure what the heck happened, and then boom, he gets
turns around and gets
Claymore to hell by freaking Drew, returning Drew McIntyre,
yes.
which I'm super pumped for. It makes perfect sense why he attacked Jay, and it makes perfect sense why he attacked Sammy, because they're kind of friends now with Punk. Obviously, Drew is going for the biggest hater of the year award, so he's going after even CM Punk's friends, even though they might not even be friends. It's just more so like, that.
Yeah, actually, y'all remember we didn't even talk. Sami Zayn even said, "I didn't even want his team with CM Punk."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wanted you, And then Seth, we didn't even mention. Yeah, he told Seth, "I wanted you," and Seth turned it down. So it was true.
It is true. Yeah. But yeah, now next week, this week, basically, we're going to be able to hear from Drew and like why he attacked him and why he attacked Jay. But obviously, it all makes sense. It all connects. He's still mad at
this whole thing.
Jay.
Is crazy.
It makes sense why he attacked Jay. Remember, he hates Jay. He hates Jay for costing him the title. Sammy joined back in with Roman. He hates Roman. That's why I like
the Bloodline story, because it's like 5 different people, but they all connect to like 5 different storylines.
It's true. Yeah. So I love that. The ending was great. Drew attacking Sami Zayn was amazing. But of course, other than that, we had other matches on the show. Between
Raquel Rodriguez and Liv Morgan.
Defeated Damage Control, pretty quick match. After that, Rhea came and attacked Raquel, but then she got thrown into the table, like eye first, like the corner of the table. That was crazy.
And they announced it's gonna be Liv Morgan and Io Sky this Saturday, a Saturday night's main event.
Yeah, that honestly, the Saturday night's main event looks kind of good so far. Backstage, we had Finn demanding a match with Gunther. Gunther saying, well, since he helped basically Gunther win the title, Gunther kind of playing a face role a little bit.
He was like, he didn't want that, he didn't need that.
Exactly.
And then he gave it to Dom. he offered Dom the title shot.
Yeah, he was like, I'll give Dom a title shot since he actually beat Damian Priest 1-on-1 like you didn't. Yeah, and Finn was pissed. There's obviously a lot of turmoil.
Oh yeah, because they've been having backstage segments where like they take shots at each other talking.
Exactly. So like that's my question to you. Do you think Judgment Day is going to break up soon? Because there's a lot of like heat between them.
In terms of Finn. Like Finn and Dom is the one that's like going back and forth.
Yeah, but like it's kind of like they're kind of like broken into 2 groups. It's like JD, Carlito, and Finn. JD,
Carlito, and Finn are just friends.
They're on one side, and then the other side is Raquel, Liv, and
with Dom. But also, a lot of people think Liv are working with Finn.
Yeah, because they tease that a lot.
Yes, a lot of people think that's going to end up.
Dom gets kicked out. Yeah, Dom gets kicked out. That'd be crazy. He comes running right back to Daddy.
He's still going to be a heel.
Daddy Ray.
I think he's always going to be a heel. And he said himself he would love to always be a heel.
Yeah. I think he should stay a heel. That's just my thing. But anyways, of course, Gunther basically defeated Dom pretty easy. But the main storyline after was Finn Balor coming out and attacking Gunther after the match. Not during the match, after the match. Yes. Because obviously he didn't want Dom to win at all. He's still mad at Dom. He attacked Gunther, hit him with 3 coups de grace.
Well, yeah, it was during the match, right? The match in the end.
No, it was at the end. Gunther won. Gunther won easily. He won. He hit a powerbomb on Dom and won. But yeah, Gunther got attacked afterwards, and then Adam Pearce made a match between Gunther and Finn Balor for Saturday night's main event for the title. I guess we're gonna see if Judgment Day, portion of Judgment Day is definitely gonna help Finn, but we gotta see if Dom is gonna help.
Probably not.
Probably not. Definitely not.
No, he's gonna help Liv.
Yeah, but do you think they should break up Judgment Day?
I don't know. It's kind of I don't know. They're gonna continue the story, but
yeah, it's tough.
That whole Finn and Dom is weird. I don't know about breaking up. They look like they're gonna kick somebody out. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I think they're gonna take out.
It's not really.
I think Dom's gonna get kicked out if Liv is actually working with
that's
Finn.
What I think they're gonna kick.
Yeah, they're gonna kick out Dom. If not, then Finn's gonna get kicked out if like she pulls a swerve on Finn. Yeah, we'll see. But of course,
the triple threat. Then we had the triple threat, the first match for the tournament for the Women's Intercontinental Championship.
Yeah, which honestly, the tournament for the Women's Intercontinental title is not as stacked as the US.
Yeah.
So this one,
but this match was actually really good.
Well, it was pretty good. Yeah.
Dakota Kai,
Shayna Baszler versus Katana Chance. It was triple threat match. Dakota Kai wins.
That's so like her biggest win of like her main card because she's been injured a lot.
Yeah, it's good. It's good for her to get a win. It was a feel good win, to be honest, because she gets injured and she's such a great talent. I think she should win the Intercontinental title. To be honest,
yeah,
that'd be nice.
Oh my god, my favorite segment of the night was the
New Day.
10 years of the New Day celebration.
Yeah, 10 years of New Day celebration was actually great. So of course, it looked like New Day was gonna break up, but like Kofi and Kim Woods, like a mutual agreement because they've been obviously arguing the past couple weeks.
It's kind of like a divorce couple, like a couple about to be divorced, talking to the kids like,
"Oh,
we have to tell you guys something." That's what it sounded. That's what it was sounding.
Yeah, no, it did. But
so they were leaning towards that, obviously. And then Biggie makes his return.
Yeah, Biggie came in, interrupted, basically saying like, "Hey, like I hate that you guys are arguing. We've been through so much. I'm gonna be a manager. I'll be here week in and week out until you guys get it together and until I'm back healed successfully."
Yes.
And then the biggest swerve that I think nobody saw coming
Woods was like, "Now."
Yeah, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston turned on Biggie, basically telling him like,
"You left us.
You left us."
He's like, "I broke my neck."
He's like, "For your new girlfriend." All that is like, oh, that's
like,
crazy.
Broke that, and I seen a meme. It was like my job, and then like the boss. You left us when he was like, I broke my neck.
I
Like,
broke
no,
my
you left
neck.
us.
No, it's crazy though. Like he actually like they pulled the biggest swerve.
Yeah.
Turned on Big E. It was actually really sad too.
Oh, did you see him? Yo, on Twitter, Xavier Woods and Big E's girlfriend.
They were going at it.
They
that
keep
was so
going at it.
funny.
They did it again like yesterday.
That's so funny.
She called him like a crybaby bitch. You know,
Yeah.
like mad shit. Talk about his singles run. Yo, they've been going at it the whole week.
She's Michin's sister.
Yeah, Michin's
sister.
sister.
It's so funny.
They've been going at it on Twitter. It's hilarious.
It's so funny. But yeah, Big E, when he returned, I think this is great. Honestly, this is the best thing they could have did because realistically, as Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston broke up, what are they going to do? They're going to have a rivalry? Yeah, but after that, what now?
I don't know.
Their singles runs aren't going to be as good as their tag team.
So now it's going to be a good heel tag team.
Yeah, they're going to be a good heel tag team. And then when Big E returns,
that's going to be a weird
he's going to be
situation.
a massive face.
Yes.
That pop is going to be insane. And then he can go back to facing them. He can have banger matches against them. And then eventually he can go back to the world title. So but as like more as like a serious character than what he was. I think that'd be nice.
So Big E tried to like say, no, I'm not letting this happen. He tried to hug them. They like pushed him off. Like, no.
Pushed him off. And then, then Xavier Woods and Kofi shook hands and basically agreed, like, we're going to be assholes now. And we're going to go after the tag team titles.
Yeah.
But yeah, I liked it a lot.
You see, like, Xavier Woods, like, Stone Cold broke his neck and came back. Kurt Angle broke his neck and came back.
Completely different things, though.
And then he said Edge, but Edge was fucking, like, 10 freaking years.
Yeah, exactly.
That's different.
So yeah, I liked it. That was a great segment. Besides that though, we had just had like Pete Dunne losing to R-Truth and a really funny thing. It was like a rollover thing because he got confused because somebody called him Butch.
Well, yeah, they fought because R-Truth called him Butch.
Yeah, it was funny as hell. And then backstage, last thing I just wanted to mention was Kaiser telling Braun Breaker like, "Hey, I got rid of Sheamus. He has broken ribs. I'm pretty sure it's just kayfabe injury.
Yeah.
Because obviously he was attacking the ribs during War Games, Survivor Series War Games, whatever. So basically Kaiser telling Braun Breaker like, now it's just me and you. I'm going to go after the title. We're finally going to get our one-on-one.
And then Braun Breaker told him you need to step out of Gunther's shadow.
Yo, for real. So that's going to be a banger match. I think Kaiser deserves a singles push. I don't think he's going to win, but I think he should come really close.
Yeah.
I think probably the closest that somebody can get to defeating Braun Breaker without losing, without actually winning. Other than like Jay, obviously, because Jay won it off of him. But I think it should be a good match.
And Sammy.
And Sammy, yeah. Should be a good match. I think Braun Breaker's still going to win, but yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, Raw was a freaking banger. Raw was fire. There was so many great segments. Really good too. SmackDown was great. I want to talk about the Kevin Owens thing when we get into it first, because that thing was hilarious. But yeah, let's get into SmackDown now. All right, let's go ahead and get into, of course, WWE SmackDown. SmackDown this week was really freaking good as well. There was a lot of good promos, title change as well, which was a lot of fun to watch. Heel turns. It was honestly this whole week of WWE was actually fire.
Yeah,
like there was a lot of action-packed stuff. Everything made sense. It was just great.
We don't even have time to talk about it. And even Deadline yesterday, NXT, that was fire.
NXT Deadline
was so good.
It was so good.
That was fire if you checked it out.
Yeah, it was good. You definitely got to watch that. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into, of course, SmackDown. SmackDown did start off with Cody Rhodes basically kicking off the show. He does get interrupted by Chad Gable, which was a surprise. I was like, well, Chad Gable, like that's kind of random, but I like it because Chad Gable deserves a push. We say it every freaking week.
They were talking about draft season. They're gonna be doing that draft show. That's why people were showing up on different shows, like.
But they always do that. That's the thing. Like the whole draft thing is stupid because they always end up on different shows anyway.
Actually, when you talk about, I heard they might have Roman on Raw and then Gunther on SmackDown starting because Netflix. I guess I think they want Roman.
They want Roman. They probably might get him too.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what's gonna happen.
Yeah, that'd be nice. That'd be a good change because he's always on. He's always on
Gunther on SmackDown.
Yeah, that'd be a good change. If they end up doing that, I wouldn't mind that at all.
But yeah, they just went back and forth. Remember, Rose called him like she was talking about Shorty G.
Yeah, and Stardust.
And then he was like, "Yeah, I'm Stardust."
Yeah, it was funny as hell. But yeah, basically they set up a main event match for later on in the night.
The game was like Kevin Owens deserved a better friend.
Yeah, that was funny as hell too. But yeah, Chad Gable is so great on the mic. He can be funny. He's tough. I don't know. Like he deserves so much more than what the heck he gets.
That was the main event of the. I don't know if you want to talk about it now. Just wait.
Oh, we wait because I want to talk about the Kevin Owens thing too. But yeah, after that we had Naomi versus Tiffany Stratton versus Elektra Lopez. And a pretty decent match. Tiffany Stratton did pick up the win. Of course, this was part of the U.S. The U.S. title tournament. Yeah. Sorry, yeah. So the U.S. title tournament, Tiffany Stratton won. That was pretty good. Of course, her moonsault is like one of the best freaking moonsaults out there. But yeah, so she
advances. Yeah,
she advances. I don't think she's gonna win.
I think semifinals already. Pretty sure.
Yeah, semifinals already.
Bianca Belair versus Piper Niven was actually a crazy match. I don't know if you've seen it.
That was after.
That was after. That match was crazy.
Yeah, that match was good.
She showed us, she did like the KOD, a Piper Niven right onto Chelsea Green.
That was hilarious. That was mad.
And she was like, she was screaming at the outside of the ring.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
But yeah, Bianca Belair picked up that win. That was a good match.
It was a really good match. And Bianca Belair, I think she had like her ribs taped up too.
Yeah, they were attacking her ribs all day.
Yeah, because
Piper Niven was winning the whole match actually.
Yeah, they were still selling like the War Games injuries. I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Also, like before like the freaking Cody Rhodes showing up, they did like a whole recap of War Games, and they showed like a close up of Reed's ankles breaking. Yo, that shit looked disgusting. Yo, oh my god. Oh god. I really hope he gets healed like really, really fast. People were like, how did he break his ankles? He was like,
injured. Yeah, everybody got injured in here. He just came back. That would have been bad. Or him and Roman or something. That would have been bad.
That would have been really bad.
So
it's honestly surprising Punk didn't get injured. Because this dude always gets injured.
That's what I'm saying. I'm so glad he didn't get injured.
Yeah. After that, we had this. Basically, the Street Profits were attacked backstage, and was it Motor City Machine Guns didn't have anybody to face, and DIY.
Wonder who attacked them.
Yeah, I wonder who attacked them. DIY was there, like, we can face you.
Up, like right next to we can get in right now.
It's like I guess. I mean, if you guys have nobody else to face, we'll face you. Basically, what they were doing.
And Nick Aldis was saying no, but then
Yeah, and then Motor City Machine Guns was like, yeah, sure, we'll do it, because remember they're friends with Johnny Gargano. They're like, of course we'll give you a title shot. It definitely ended up backfiring on them. So in the match, it looked like DIY was going to turn on each other. It looked like Gargano was going to turn on Ciampa at first, because he pushed him down. He was yelling at him and stuff.
They were going at it, but
exactly, it was crazy. And then Gargano surprisingly hit a low blow on Motor City Machine Guns, got them all freaking surprised. They were like, what the hell are you doing? Because obviously they're friends. And then basically, Tommaso Ciampa and fucking and Johnny Gargano turned full blown heel and hit their finisher, picked up the win. They are now the tag team champions. I thought that was freaking amazing. I'm actually happy about that.
Now we got heel DIY.
Yeah,
heel New Day.
I don't think they've both been heel at the same time, like helping each other, because they always turned on, like in NXT, they turned on each other.
Each other have a rivalry.
Yeah,
and Gargano's usually always a good guy.
He was a heel for a while in NXT too. Yeah, like his last NXT run before he left, he was a heel.
Yeah, before.
But yeah, I liked it. I'm actually really excited for this. I think they can do great things as heel tag teams.
They're champions now too. So.
Yeah, they're champions. I like it. I like it a lot. I'm really happy about it, because like when they were faces, honestly, like I'm a big fan of DIY, but they weren't.
And they need new music. I don't think they come up with that same.
I hate that song.
That song is not a heel. I'm waiting to see next on SmackDown to see what.
They should just do Gargano's "No One Will Survive." That would be fire.
Or just
not Gargano's. I'm sorry, Tommaso Ciampa.
At least come out with something fire. If they come out with the same DIY,
terrible.
Can't take them seriously. Like they really heels.
Yeah, that music sucks. That's definitely a key component they got to change.
Yes.
But yeah, Ciampa and Gargano as heels together, I think is going to be really freaking fun.
And obviously, we're going to see what happens with the Street Profits. They got attacked.
They're going to go after them for sure. Yeah. I think DIY. I think DIY still wins.
DIY wins, and then maybe Street Profits turn on each other finally.
Yeah, they finally break up.
There's so many stuff happening with breakups and then heel turns.
Yeah.
So Street Profits are another one that's gonna happen soon. Then we had this was another thing. Shinsuke Nakamura came to the ring with his title.
Yeah.
He gets interrupted by LA Knight, who wanted to fight him.
Yeah, he wanted his rematch basically.
Andrade comes out and says, "No, I want a United States title shot. I deserve it." And then out of nowhere, new bloodline, they come out of nowhere. Yeah, just beat the hell out of LA Knight.
Yeah, it was Tama Tonga and Jacob Fatu.
Yeah. Well, Solo was there, but he didn't really.
Yeah, he didn't attack. But yeah, they basically attacked LA Knight.
They beat up LA Knight and Andrade. They let Nakamura alone. He had like this blood.
That was cool.
Coming out his mouth. They said, no, let him go. They let him go. But they continued to attack. They laid out LA Knight and Andrade.
I like that segment though. It made Nakamura look strong as hell. And basically, it was Solo coming out basically to assert dominance. They were basically like, oh.
Solo was saying, I don't care what happens. I'm still the tribal chief. Well, he said, I lost 2 of my soldiers, but remember, he said, I'm still your tribal chief. I still got the Ula Fala.
Yeah.
He's showing his dominance.
That's why I was saying, like, is Bronson Reed, like, officially a part of Bloodline 2.0? Because he said, I lost 2 of my soldiers, basically Tongaloa and, Bronson Reed, who both got injured at the War Games match. So, yeah, it's possible that maybe he is, or he was supposed to be.
Well, he was just saying he was with us in that match when we lost that shit.
It could be that too.
Because after that splash, he didn't do nothing else. He was hurt.
Yeah, but it was basically just Solo saying like, "Hey, I'm still on top.
I'm still on top,
chief.
even though I took another L.
Yeah, exactly.
It makes no sense, but whatever.
It was funny. But
so the final segment was the best segment. The Kevin Owens.
The Kevin Owens segment was hilarious.
So he's supposed to do a sit-down interview in the arena with Michael Cole. He refuses to go in the arena. He's saying that apparently he's protesting now because they didn't let him the last few weeks because of what happened.
It's such a Kevin Owens thing to do, though.
He's like protesting, so he made Michael Cole go outside into a parking lot and go in his car, in his rental. And they did the little interview there, and they're just going at it. Like, he's basically asking him about what's going on, why he's turning on him. And then Kevin Owens explained the situation, which kind of makes sense, saying, like, Roman's, they try to end my career.
He fought them alone for 4 years.
Yes, and then now Cody's helping Roman.
And then, like, it was funny because Kevin Owens was like, you wouldn't understand. You have no friends.
Yeah, and then this guy called him a hypocrite. Michael Cole calls him a hypocrite.
Yeah, said he should look in the mirror. Kevin Owens is like, I'm looking in the mirror. All I see is a handsome guy. What is this?
I see a handsome guy who's right. Yeah, and then he's like, you know what? Get out of my car. He opens the car door and get out. He kicks him out of the car. And then he closes the door. And as Michael goes, he's like, wait, Michael, come here. And then Michael comes and he just rolls up the window.
He just rolls up the window. It's so funny. Yo. Kevin Owens is mad funny.
Like, get on my rental.
Yeah. Kevin Owens as a heel is hilarious. He's always like that. He's always the wrestler that makes the most sense. Like, even like when they're doing like promos backstage and like there's a guy recording, he's like, why the hell is he here? Like, why the hell is he recording us?
I hope he keeps up with this thing where he's like protesting and doesn't really want to be in the building.
Yeah.
He ended up showing in the main event, actually.
We'll talk about that right now. So Chad Gable versus Cody Rhodes was the main event.
Great match. Of course, Chad Gable. Great match. No matter he loses or wins, he puts on a banger.
Yeah. I that's what I say. Chad Gable deserves so much more. He deserves so much more.
Yes.
But anyways, yeah, he sold the Crossroads perfectly. Cody Rhodes picked up the win. He was selling like an ankle injury.
And Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere and stomps on his ankle.
Yeah.
And then they just brawl.
Yeah.
They're both beating the hell out of each other. They get obviously security pulled apart like always. They break up. They keep fighting. That's all. That's how it ended.
Yeah, it was great though.
Yeah, that SmackDown was like I said, Raw and SmackDown was fire this week.
Yeah, it was really funny.
And I hope Kevin Owens continues like he's like protesting, so he doesn't still up to the arena unless he's going to attack somebody. He stays away.
I would love for him to like whisper, like they should just do like little, like even like stupid segments where he's like in his car and he's like whispering to like somebody like, hey, like get me something from catering or some shit.
Yeah,
because he just doesn't want to go inside.
Yeah,
I really hope they do something like that.
They gotta do that.
They have to do something like that. That's something Kevin Owens would do. It'd just be freaking funny. Just something stupid like that. Where like throughout the show it just cuts to him and they're like, what are you doing? Just come inside. He's like, no, I don't want to go inside.
He's like a fan. He's like, go get me some.
He's like, go get me some.
Go get me
some. For real. He's like, go get me some snacks, like catering or some shit. That would be mad funny. But yeah, that was basically SmackDown.
Yeah.
SmackDown, we talked about it faster, but it was still really freaking good. I think it was just because Raw had so much more going on. It was just a lot compact. But yeah, of course, SmackDown was still a banger. It was really freaking fun to watch. The whole heel turn with DIY was great. I'm looking forward to what the heck they are doing now. It was a great
I'm looking forward
to. I didn't really
Saturday
see it
night's main event is supposed to be pretty good.
Yeah. I know like people talk crap about like Triple H's booking here and there, but the booking this week was fire. I don't care what anybody says. The new day switching up and like actually turning heel together was great. I did not see that coming. And DIY switching up and turning heel together, I didn't see that coming either.
We had curveballs this whole week.
Good curveballs. It was great.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but then like you said, it could be possible now that like
Street Profits, if
they turn on each other.
If they go after DIY and they lose, then that's another turn that's going to happen.
Yeah. I think
there's so much stuff building.
I really hope they do. I really hope they face DIY. And then
Drew McIntyre's back. On each other. Can't wait to hear from Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, that's going to be tonight for sure.
Can't hear what's going to happen with Punk and Seth Rollins.
Yeah.
Because they hate each other now.
We're probably going to get
they always hate each other.
We're probably going to get Drew versus Sammy at Saturday night's main event. That's probably going to be like the last match added. That's gonna be fun if we do get that.
Saying. So next week's gonna be pretty fun too.
Yeah, it was fun. But yeah, we can definitely get into the AEW side of things.
Dynamite was really good also.
It was good. Yeah, so let's get into that. All right, let's go ahead and get into the AEW side of things. AEW Dynamite this week, of course, continued with the Continental Classic, so I thought it was actually pretty good.
And then they started that Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal too.
Yeah, that happened on the show as well, which leads, of course, next week. So there was a lot of important things that did happen on this Dynamite. I still feel like the booking is like hit and miss. It's so freaking weird.
But I like the Continental Classic. It always brings them banger matches.
Yeah, no, it definitely does.
Like really good matchups.
Exactly.
Who's gonna win?
Yeah. So yeah, we can just get right into it. So of course, it did start off with Sheldon Benjamin versus Kyle Fletcher.
We didn't know they would get that matchup. Like it's just I like the matchups that come out of nowhere. It's good.
Yeah, great match. Honestly,
yeah.
I thought it was really cool. Kyle Fletcher did pick up the win via roll up, which I thought was a great decision because Kyle Fletcher should not lose anytime freaking soon. Yeah. Another cool thing about the Continental Classic too is the rules. The rules are like there's no interference at all.
No,
like you cannot interfere in a match at all. It's just 1-on-1 to see who the heck is better.
Yeah.
So yeah, Fletcher picked up the rollover win.
The Hurt Syndicate kind of like they got on Shelton Benjamin for losing.
Yeah.
Like they were pissed at him. He was yelling like, "You can't do this. You can't be losing like that." And then they just
he did cheat. Fletcher did cheat though. He held the ropes so that way he can roll him up.
They just they attacked a bunch of security. He said that's how we got to do.
Yeah. No, and Shelton Benjamin looked hella strong too. He was like suplexing the crap out of Fletcher, all around the ring. It was actually a lot of fun to watch.
He's double his age.
Yeah, that's insane too. He's old as heck, but he looks strong. But yeah, Fletcher picked up the win. He moves on. I think he has 6 points now in the tournament, so he's probably gonna be in the finals.
3 points, so
I think he should win it all. To be honest,
there's so many people on this. I don't know.
Nah, he deserves it though.
I gotta see who's in it. I gotta see the full.
They need the push. He needs the push. Like Will Ospreay's in it. He's in the other bracket though.
That's what I'm saying. I want to see.
Juice Robinson unfortunately got injured last week, so he's out. He's not going to be in it any longer. That definitely freaking sucks too. But yeah, there's a lot of good matches in there. Okada's in it, obviously, Continental Champion, all that stuff. So yeah, it makes sense. But anyways, yeah, a lot of good people in it. So moving on from there, we had the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royale. Which was a bunch of no names plus Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly.
Dead ass was.
It was terrible. Like
Evil Uno in it.
Yeah, Evil Uno. Top Flight was in it. I mean, when I say no names, I just mean like
Lance Archer and Brian Cage. They're pretty good.
Yeah, but still, like when I say no names, I mean like people who like they're not gonna win. Like it's obvious they're not gonna win.
Yeah.
But yeah, of course, the last two people.
Obvious who was gonna lose and win. Yeah.
So the for people who don't know, the Battle Royal is a little different. Where the last two people in the ring basically win, and they have to face each other the next week in order to, of course, see who's going to face who's going to face the previous winner of the Dynamite Dozen Battle Royal ring,
which is MJF.
Because
he won like 4 years in a row.
He's won it every single year since they started it. So yeah, of course, Adam Cole and Kyle O'Reilly were the last two, which makes perfect freaking sense considering the fact that
they're friends, but
they're also enemies at the same time.
They're friends and they have a disagreement right now.
Yeah, so of course
both want MJF.
Exactly. So that's the cool thing about it. So like Kyle Fletcher obviously mad at Adam Cole, saying that he dragged his friends into his mess with MJF.
Yeah.
And that's how Roddy got kayfabe injured. So Roddy is kayfabe injured because of MJF, and Kyle O'Reilly's basically blaming Adam Cole. Adam Cole wants to fix it by going after MJF, but Kyle Fletcher is saying like, I'm going to do it on my own.
Yeah.
And you're blinded by your hatred for MJF, and you only care about yourself, is what basically Kyle O'Reilly is trying to say. So yeah, they're going to get a match next week, which I think is going to be an absolute banger, because every single time they face each other in NXT and Ring of Honor, they were all banger matches. So I'm looking forward to that. Give it like 30 minutes. That has to be a 30-minute match right there. Like
30, but like
no, they are two amazing freaking wrestlers, and whenever the heck they face each other, it's always great.
Yeah.
So yeah, let them have like a 30-minute match and see what the heck. I don't care who the hell wins that, to be honest. It should be a hell of a match. After that, we had
Swerve and Max Caster.
Yeah, this was funny too, because Max Caster, of course, still declaring himself the best wrestler alive. Still with a lot of heat and tension between him and the rest of the Acclaimed, Anthony Bowens and Billy Gunn, or Daddy Ass, whatever the heck you want to call him.
I didn't want to say it, but whatever.
That's his name. But yeah, basically, there's a lot of heat there because Caster is trying to like basically do things on his own.
Yep.
I know a couple weeks ago we had like a couple weeks ago like MVP like hyped him up a bit. So like ever since then he's been like, oh, like I'm the guy. Like, yeah. So like he's like, I'm the best. I'm gonna face Swerve and I'm gonna destroy him. But meanwhile, he was talking crap about Swerve, his house burning down.
That rap, he was just talking shit.
Yeah, talking shit about everything. So yeah, of course, Swerve versus Max Caster was a match.
Beat him pretty
Swerve
solidly
obliterated this dude.
Yes.
Which I really wish they showed Anthony Bowens watching the match backstage, probably like smiling or something, because like that would have been like a good thing to like indicate like, oh, they might break up soon.
Yeah.
Because they've been planting the seeds. I really hope they do eventually break up, because there's only so much you can do with scissoring, I guess you want to call it, whatever the heck they want to call it.
Yeah.
There's only so much you can go with that. So like if they break up,
trios titles, I think they're done.
Yeah, I think they're done. I think they should break up. It's going to get to a point where it's like it's
dead.
it's dead. Like the New Day. Like New Day have been dead. They kind of revamped it. Now they're both heels. Hopefully hopefully it goes well, but we'll see. But yeah, Swerve picked up the win, looking dominant as ever. He says, basically he's still going after the title. He wants his rematch. So he's basically just building up towards that. I like the way they're booking Swerve. He also wants a rematch against Bobby Lashley. So he said that he wants that. That's going to be, I think that's his main concern at Res right now.
What's next for him? Like next big thing.
Yeah. He's going to go after Bobby again, probably pick up the win because obviously he should have won last time, but he didn't. But anyways, moving on from that, I thought it was funny though. Caster freaking losing. Got his ass whooped.
This was another great match.
Yeah. Pac versus Jay White. Of course, this was like basically a heat match because they both hate each other. Obviously, Jay White technically going after the Death Riders. He's like part of like Team AEW basically. Banger of a freaking match, to be honest. Pac ended up losing when he hit the switchblade.
It's because the Death Riders showed up in the match, but then also team, like you said, like people defending AEW.
Yeah, but that was
like,
after.
Hey, man.
That was after.
Yeah.
So Jay White picked up the win first. He hit the switchblade on Pac, and then he hit it on Wheeler Yuta. Then freaking the rest of the Death Riders came out. Moxie and them started beating up on Jay White, and then Hangman Adam Page came out, and Orange Cassidy came out, and
Orange Cassidy was hiding as a cameraman.
Yeah, that was funny.
And then they attacked Moxley.
Yeah, beat the crap out of Moxley. I think it's cool that they kind of do that though, because like I know like Hangman is a heel, but he's still on AEW's side.
Yeah.
And he still hates Moxley. They have a lot of history there, so it makes sense as to why he's like, I want to get rid of the Death Riders and get all of them out.
So Jay White, Hangman, and then Orange Cassidy took out the Death Riders to end like the whole segment, but that was good.
It was cool though. It was a great segment. The only thing I want to say about this, and this is why I say where like the booking is iffy, because even on Collision, they basically just beat the crap out of Orange Cassidy.
And, Christian was just like lurking around with his damn contract still.
He's been lurking around waiting for his opportunity.
I'm like, what the hell?
But yeah, I don't think Orange Cassidy being like the main guy, I don't like it.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't like it at all.
I feel like you can give Hangman the main guy status if you wanted to.
There is rumors.
There's so many guys. You can give Hangman. You can give boy Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega's going to come back soon, so that's a good option.
You could have. Well, he's not a part of the storyline, but Swerve is another AEW. Like there's so many people.
But what I wanted to say was
Darby and Orange Cassidy too much.
Yeah, no, Orange Cassidy is not the guy for it. What I wanted to say is there is rumors that Orange Cassidy is actually going to turn heel and join the Death Riders. Which, if they do that, I would not mind. I like that. I like that way more than Orange Cassidy. Exactly. I like that way more than Orange Cassidy being the savior of AEW. Like, I'd rather him join than be like the main guy. He can be like a side guy. Like, yeah, that makes perfect sense. But him be the main guy, I don't buy it.
The start too, so obviously you would like him there. But
even like his promos backstage where he's like, "I'm going to face you and I'm going to beat you." It's like it sounds terrible. He sound like I know people get on Ricochet for his mic skills. I don't think Orange Cassidy's mic skills are good either.
Ricochet.
Yeah, I know. I kind of just like just threw a shot at me. I'm sorry, Ricochet. But anyways,
his mic skills are
But yeah, Orange Cassidy is not good on the mic either. I think like whenever he does like his basic whenever like Orange Cassidy does his promos
he's like in character.
It's cringy. I don't like it.
He's had some great promos where he's gotten out of character and he's been serious and he's actually had some good promos.
I don't know. I don't like his promos.
But that's rare. It's most of the time he's like in the nonchalant character.
Well, no, even like his serious promos went during this stuff, like where he's like, "I'm going to face you tonight and I'm going to beat you." It's like it sounds stupid. It sounds like everything's like written down. He's reading it off of cue cards. I don't know. It's just I don't like it. I don't believe it. I don't believe him being the guy at all. So it puts me out of the storyline, especially because the storyline's been the same for the past couple weeks. He comes out, he gets jumped. He doesn't want anybody helping him.
Hangman should be the guy as like anti-hero. Like he's still a bad guy, but he's saving AEW.
Mm-hmm.
That'd be fire. Hangman. And then obviously if not, Kenny Omega.
Kenny Omega needs to come back. Like I said,
Hangman.
I think it's going to be Kenny Omega coming back. He's going to team back up with Hangman Adam Page, and they're gonna freaking obliterate the Death Riders. I think that's what's going to happen. I'm really hoping that's what happens because, like I said, Orange Cassidy being the guy, I do not believe
we still
at
have
all.
no idea what's happening with the Young Bucks in them. They're gone forever.
Exactly.
They're still not here.
That's another key component that they're missing out on. Because
Young Bucks, the Elite, because also Okada. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with them.
Yeah, Okada had a match on Collision last week. But
yeah, the Young Bucks are another key component that we don't know what the hell's going on with them.
Yeah. But I don't know. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. I just really hope that it starts picking up because just Orange Cassidy being the guy coming out getting jumped every single week it's not doing it for me.
Yeah.
But anyways, moving on from that, we had Anna Jay versus Penelope Ford. They're basically pushing Anna Jay, which I like a lot.
Yeah.
She's gotten significantly better, especially since she came back from the tournament from Stardom. So it makes perfect sense as to why they're pushing her. But yeah, she picked up the win there. And it was a decent match. It was a decent match. But yeah, she did pick up the win. I thought that was nice. Chris Jericho had a segment.
Mercedes Moné came out to like almost attack her, but then she ended up not even attacking her. It was weird.
Yeah.
That's probably what they're building up to.
Yeah. So hopefully. Well, yeah, Chris Jericho had a quick segment. Basically just Chris Jericho, who cares anymore?
Yeah, but it's for ROH though. It's not even.
Yeah.
That's why I don't know. They're kind of like the.
We had like a sort of like a mini video package for Bandito, which I thought was pretty cool. Yeah. I'm really happy he's coming back. He's an amazing wrestler. He's just been injured. So yeah, when he comes back, that should be fun to have him. He would have been a great freaking thing for the Continental Tournament.
Yeah.
That would have been great, but obviously he's not back yet.
Yeah. So the main event was the Continental Classic Gold League match, which was actually a fire match. I watched it. This main event was fire. Brody King and Claudio Castagnoli.
Yeah, that match
actually stole the show. It was actually a really good match.
Yeah, but what do you think? It's Claudio and Brody. They're like two of the best like big men on.
Well, actually, sorry. Before that, Mina confronted Mariah Ray, and they had like a backstage segment right before that. She just confronted her.
Yeah, they're still teasing that match, which I'm looking forward to. Definitely a lot.
Yeah, so the main event. I don't even know how to explain it. It was just really it was back and forth. The whole main event was back and forth, and then Claudio ended up picking up the win in the end.
I thought it was cool though. Brody King looked strong as hell.
He looked strong.
It was just weird that he wasn't wearing all black like he usually does. I thought it was weird seeing him in like a different color.
Yeah, it was like a colorful jacket.
Yeah, it was weird. But anyways, yeah, Brody King ended up.
He was wearing a wrist cast too, and he had no limitations.
He's been
great match.
He's been with the cast for a while.
Yeah, great match.
But yeah, Claudio picked up the win. I think he has 6 points.
6 points.
Yeah, it's not even moving on. It's just by points.
Yeah, Brody King stays with 3 points because he beat Darby.
So yeah, he has that. Right? Yeah. So Claudio is ahead. He has 6 points. He's
like tied for ahead with a couple other guys.
Yeah, a couple of other people because of course collision.
So yeah, this tournament is going to continue on for the next few weeks.
Yeah,
which I always liked. I thought it was pretty good since they started it.
Yeah, the
match is always fun.
The person who wins, I think that match is at World's End.
Yeah, but the match is always fun.
World's End is December 28th.
It's like the end of the summer. Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
I think it's the 28th. I think, if I'm not mistaken.
That's definitely when you'll see MJF and then hopefully the Young Bucks and.
Yeah. But that was it for, of course, Dynamite.
Wrestling this whole week was pretty fire.
It was pretty good. It was pretty good freaking thing. Like I said, we didn't really talk about Collision that much, but
and we can't really talk about NXT because we don't have time. But
yeah,
NXT Deadline was really good yesterday.
Deadline was fire. But yeah, I thought it was a lot of pretty decent. WWE was freaking amazing this year. Yeah, this week, whatever. Yeah. But this whole year they've been good. Yeah. Anyways,
but this week was. The Raw and SmackDown was like almost like after WrestleMania type of Raw and SmackDown.
They were great. I thought the decisions
stuff,
obviously were great. But yeah, AEW was okay. I mean, there was some great segments, but there was also some stuff that just
like the matches are good. It's just it's Continental Classic, not really big in terms of storyline.
But yeah, it does help push people like Fletcher winning against Shelton Benjamin was nice. But yeah, that was basically it. Of course, for wrestling this week. Like, comment, subscribe as always. We really appreciate the support we've been getting. Really sorry about last week again.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back next week. Guess with a Saturday night, right? Saturday night
main event will be on.
Saturday. We're gonna review that. So we'll review that for, of course, next week.
Yeah. Follow us on Instagram because
TikTok is gone.
TikTok's about to be gone.
So. TikTok's gonna be gone in like a month, which is crazy to think about.
Follow us on Instagram.
Follow us on Instagram because we have a lot.
And obviously subscribe on YouTube if you can.
Please
share, please.
We have a lot of subscribers. We have way more freaking viewers on TikTok than Instagram, so we need to get them on. We need to get them on Instagram, please.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Yes. If you're watching, you should do TikTok reels. Like if you're watching this, please subscribe to our Instagram. I mean,
YouTube.
Yeah, subscribe to YouTube and then also
follow Instagram.
Follow on Instagram. Yeah. You might have to make a TikTok about that.
Yeah. But anyways, like, comment, subscribe as always. Again, appreciate the support. Love you guys so much. Peace.